Hey guys, so e.l.f. came out with some new stuff, and you know, they're so affordable, I just can't help myself. So I picked up some stuff and I just wanted to share it with you. It's their Mint Melt collection. I didn't get everything because I don't need everything, but I did get a few things, so I was just going to share that with you. First thing I got is this. This is the Mint Melt Cleansing Cloud. So I go through like a bunch of the cloths, like the what are they called, the red little oval things that I take my eye makeup off with, and this is supposed to kind of like, this could be like a whole face, like you could take off your whole face with this, or you could use it in place of those to cut down on waste. So I'm hoping that maybe that I'll like this and I can cut down on waste by using this for my eye makeup, just taking it off. So that was my thought process in that. Then I got the Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I like a matte primer, you guys know this, but this looked intriguing to me, so I couldn't help myself. Here it is out of the packaging. I just love this mint color. I just think it's so pretty. And then they had these Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow sticks, and I have that shadow stick someplace. I don't know where I've put it, but I have it around here somewhere, that I used not long ago that I liked from e.l.f. I'm thinking as I talk. I don't know where I put it, but anyway, this is the shade Mint For You. So it's this green color. Then they had more bite-size eyeshadows, so I had to get those. This is the Mint Melt Chocolate Mint, so it has more browns in there with a little bit of the mint color, and then this one is the Mint To Be. Isn't that pretty? In keeping with the mint theme, I had this Ride or Die lip balm in Just Peachy, and I really like the consistency and how thick it was, but it's very pigmented, like it's really peach. And I just wasn't crazy about the pigment because I wanted to wear it like at night before I went to bed. So in keeping with the mint theme, I got the Mighty Mint Ride or Die lip balm. I don't think this is new. I feel like they've had this for a little bit, but I think it would have been in the mint packaging too had it been in the new collection. So I'm pretty sure that's been around for a little bit. They had some stuff on sale, so I picked it up. This was like $2, I think. But this is the Soothing Facial Oil Mist. So a lot of people that I've seen, even with oily skin, they will like prep their skin by putting on like a primer water. So that's why I thought maybe I could use this. I don't know. I may not like it. And then I got another, I'm gonna give it another try before I set my face. This is the Putty Blush, and this is in the shade Turks and Caicos. I can't remember what the last shade was because I gave it to my sister. I can't remember what shade I got. And then this was like a free gift. And I wasn't impressed with their choice of free gifts. And this was the Hydrating Water Essence, okay? But do you see like in there, like it's like a jelly or something? I'm shaking it up, it still looks like a gel. Very weird. So I thought I could do a full face of e.l.f. and use these new things too. So, you know, a little bit of both. So they're not all brand new, but most of them are. So let's start with eyeshadow because that's what I do all the time, right? So I'm going to get my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer in the shade Rose. It's kind of getting a little dried up. Do you see around the edges there? I'm going to dip my brush down in there. It's still kind of like, this was a clean brush, so anything on it is just from dipping in there. it still works. If you get one and it's kind of like dry when you first get it and it's hard for you to like use, just kind of work with it, and I promise it'll like soften up and it'll be easier to use. Because I've had people like tell me that it's harder to use, and I've even found that it's better with a brush. I love their packaging too. I've said this before, but they have these little things where you peel them off and then it just kind of comes up and over. So that's what seals it, but yet it's so easy and it's not hard to like peel off like some of this drugstore stuff is. Look how pretty those are. So pretty. So I went ahead and swatched that. So there's all the colors, so pretty. And they feel just as smooth as the other bite size. And so here are these swatched. This I thought was a gray for some reason, because it kind of looked gray, but it's actually green. So there's all the colors. If you want to see and compare. I was interested in this one and this one to see how close they were, but they're different for sure. I think I'm going to use both. I'm going to use a mixture of both. So I'm going to start out with this lightest green here. They don't have different shade names, so it's just this light one. So I'm just taking it on a brush here, and I'm going to start in the inner corner. Really pretty. I know I'm starting at a different point than what I normally do, so bear with me. Then I'm going to go into this palette, and I'm going to go into this shade here, like this brighter green. Same brush. Then I'm going to go into this deepest green. Very pigmented. I'm just going to take a little bit of this green shade here and blend. I know it looks a little weird, so don't worry. I'm going to take care of it. Take this minty green. I'm going to blend the edges ever so slightly. So there was fallout, but I did blend those edges, and it blended very, very pretty. I almost forgot about the shadow stick. So it is just a matte green. So that I'll work with that in a second. Okay, I'm gonna use the Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. I can't read sometimes. I'm blind, I think, and I do this. This is completely a different look for me. Completely. You guys give me some credit. Oh. Oh my gosh. It smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Or peppermint patty. When I first put that on, it was really sticky and I was a little bit worried, but it's dried down quite a bit. I'm going to use some of this e.l.f. Soothing Facial Oil Mist. I mean, why not, you know? It's supposed to be infused with like essential oils. I squeezed out some of this Mighty Mint Ride or Die Lip Balm, and I got too much, I'm sure. Okay, feels better. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream in the shade Light 240W. I'm going to take my Laura Lee Los Angeles e.l.f. and just spread that across my face. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach. This is not my shade. That's one thing they need to work on is their shade range. It sucks. For the Camo CC Cream. It sucks. Whoever said, yeah, let's launch it with 10 shades. Yeah, let's do it. That's stupid. Same thing with Wet n Wild. They've got one, like a tinted moisturizer. That was stupid. You're alienating so many people who can't use your product, whether it's a good product or not. For me, myself, whether it's good or not, if you alienate me and I can't use your product, which, let's be real, I most of the time can find one. That's not a problem I have. It's a problem other people have. But, you know, if I'm one of those people who can't find one, though, I'm probably not going to go try to find one when they do have it out. I'll be like, okay, fine. See ya. I wish I didn't have oily skin, because if I didn't, I would love like this dewy finish. Okay, I'm not gonna forget this before I forget. I don't know if this is the right shade, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it with a brush this time because I did it with my finger last time. So I'm gonna do it with this Juno & Co brush. It's, I forget what it's called. That's beautiful. Can you guys see that? In person, it looks even more. Maybe if I come back a little bit, you see it better. My husband's home. He's so noisy. Every time I ask him to be quiet, he gets louder. So, if you hear him, I'm sorry. He didn't do it on purpose either. It's just like the harder he tries to be quiet, the worse it gets. I really like that. I just have to remember to use it before I set. That would be the thing for me. But this brush is like perfect. It fits in there like really good. I like that. I'm gonna set under my eyes. I got so quick into setting my under eye, I forgot to tell you, I was using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. It's in the shade Light. Sorry, that under eye will crease if I don't get it. I'm going to take this e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Always Cheeky. Just to set my blush. I mean, I've already set it, but I don't want to lose the pigment. I'm also going to do the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. I'm going to take the e.l.f. Bite Size Duo in the shade Cantaloupe and highlight with that one. I don't have any e.l.f. brow products. So I'm going to use my NYX Fill and Fluff brow pencil. I do have the e.l.f. Wow Brow, which is the brow gel. So I'll use that. It's in the shade Brunette. Since this has a sharp point on it, I'm going to try to do my waterline with it. See how it goes. Not too bad. So then I'm just going to take this deepest shade of green on a liner brush. And I'm just going to put that like right up next to the lash line. Then I'm going to go back to this palette and I'm going to take this light brown. Then I'm going to take this lightest shade in this palette and highlight the brow bone. And inner corner. Okay, I'm finally finished. I didn't have an e.l.f. mascara. I just don't care for their mascaras. I've not found one that I like, so I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is delicious. And I've really been liking this. I almost like it better than the regular, I think. So I finished that, and then for lips, I used the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. This was the lightest nude in that kit. They don't sell this anymore, I don't think. I might be wrong, but I don't think. But I used the lightest nude, and then I used the e.l.f. Seriously Satin Lipstick in cream, whatever. So that's how I finished my look today. But I really, really like it. I was a little skeptical about the full on green. I was like, maybe I could just do a pop of green on the bottom and leave it at that. But no, I'm really happy that I didn't and that I went for this. I think it looks great, and I'm just very, very pleased. I love the look of this Camo CC cream. I don't know that it would last for a whole day looking this good, because I would get greasy and it would just not look good. But yeah, I think it looks really, really good, and I'm very, very pleased with it. So just a run through, love these. I think they're amazing. I love the minty color. I think it's so, so pretty. Just a cooler tone. It's so perfect. It's so pretty. So yes, if you want to try it, I say go for it. Even the shadow stick, I liked it for a liner, and I would use this as a liner for other things too, not just with this collection. But yeah, I like this, and I would use it on my eyes as an eyeshadow too. Don't get me wrong, but I like to use it as the liner. This primer, I was a little skeptical about it at first, and I need to use it a few more times before I can make my final decision on it. But I thought it was going to ruin everything at first. I was a little worried, but it actually turned out to be pretty good. It smells delicious. I mean, it does. But yeah, the Camo CC cream went on okay, and I was afraid that it wasn't going to blend, and it did, and so I'm very, very pleased with this. The putty blush, this went better than the last time. The last time it did not go very well, but yeah, this went much, much better. This is the Turks and Caicos color, so if you want to check that out, definitely do it, because I think these are great. It's not a revolutionary product where I'm like, I'm going to use this every day and I'm going to love it, but I will use this. I definitely will. And I wish I gave it more of a chance before. I kind of wrote it off a little too soon because I didn't use it correctly. So I should have done that. You know, I should have used it a little bit better. So I'll use this and let you guys know how it goes. I'll take my makeup off with it tonight, and then I'll try to remember to update the description box on how I used it and if it went well. I even like this. I kind of liked sitting, like I thought this was going to be too like sticky, so putting this on kind of made it a little bit more pliable in my opinion. If you are going to use this primer, definitely let it sit for 30 seconds or longer before you put anything on top of it, but this I think helped to make it a little bit more easy to apply everything. This was really good. It really moisturized my lips, and I think that's why my lips look as good as they do, is I moisturized ahead of time. So yeah, I will be using this, and I do like the mint smell. It smells really, really good. I like the peach one too. I just wanted one that didn't have a pigment. So yeah. But everything else that I used e.l.f., I love. It's in my collection. Of course, I love it. And I use it quite often, honestly. So, the CC cream is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It is pretty good. I used my Mary Kay CC cream the other day. And I'm not gonna lie, Mary Kay needs to expand their shade range too. I was harping on their shade range. They need to expand theirs. I still think I prefer Mary Kay over this one. But the finish of this is really good tonight. So I don't know, it's kind of back and forth. But I really did like this because it set well on my skin. I wore it a whole day and it looked really good. So I just really like this. So right now this is my favorite. But this isn't bad. It's really not bad. I just can't believe it's like $14. For e.l.f. that's kind of expensive. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's not super long. I'm going to try to cut it down as much as I can. I'm very sorry if it is. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked that I branched out and I did a little bit of something different. I'm hoping you guys like that I'm branching out. I'm trying. I'm not always going to branch out. Don't get me wrong. I'm always going to be a neutrals girl. But I really like the look that I created today. I think it looks really, really pretty. So, don't be intimidated by color. That's one thing I'm learning. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.